going to move now to Richard Mwiinga, who used to head the Public Service Pension Fund, because it's important the way that you drew the distinction between the responsibilities and of a pension fund versus that of a sovereign fund. And Richard, it'd be great if you could just give us your perspective from the pension fund community's side in Zambia, and also how you are addressing some of these fiscal issues with the likes of the challenges that the government may have in terms of being close to a potential, or managing a default scenario. Over to you, Richard.
Thank you very much, Hubert. And I want just to say that it's very important that we are discussing these very important issues that are pertaining to this crisis. And it's a pandemic that is very serious. It's a threat to our economies. It's a threat to our investments. And as long-term investors, institutional investors, especially pension funds, there is need for pension funds to act as soon as possible. And what I have to say is that in regard to Zambia, I think pension funds, pension schemes, like these large pension schemes, like our NAPSA, Public Service Pension Fund, these public schemes, they have tried as much as possible to see how they can help government in terms of funding or putting some resources to help in the fight against the virus itself. And I think it's going a long way, and there's still quite a number of measures that have been put in place by quite a number of these pension funds. It's very, very important that even as we know that Zambia is essentially a mining country, and there are quite a lot of developments that are happening even in our mining sector. We find that the country has found itself in quite difficult stress. And there is need to find ways and means of leading our people in regard to this fiscal stress that we have in this country. But as long-term investors, what we would want to see is that we ensure that responsible environment, social and governance still remains a frontline approach in our investments, because this is very important that there is a linkage between the environment and social issues, even as we also diverge on thematic issues in terms of our investments, things like COVID-19. We need to specifically see how actually we come in as helping in terms of like health and the other types of funds that actually the pension fund should be in. The greatest interest is, of course, with citizens, and in that regard, we as pension funds have to see how we help government we are doing our investments, and also in terms of the same area, mitigating the socio-economic impact. You know, as pension funds, we have two main objectives: one of economic objective and also the social objective. And we do know that as the COVID-19 effect will be effect on our people, and so very, very important that we found we safeguard our people in terms of how we sustain them over a long period of time, because this COVID-19 is going to have long-term effects. It's already having quite a number of effects on the economy and on our people, and it will have quite a long-term effects over a longer period of time. So we need to see how we support the business, the SMEs, and also ensure that the markets in which we are investing are also protected to manage the risk, because COVID itself is a risk, and it must be taken into consideration even as we are investing in our communities. So those are some of the... Yes.
You were finishing, sorry.
Yes. Those are some of the thoughts that I think I should share with this forum.
Doing business in Africa. You can't afford to be without Africa Investor.